Y'all, I don't even know where to start. This is my first video on this. I don't even know where to start. All I know is that I get an email from my boss today about a parent that I'm not even friends with got to my timeline. I don't know, maybe because I made a comment. And obviously she didn't like the comment, so she decided to go look at my timeline to see what I was all about. And doesn't feel comfortable with her kindergartner being in a classroom that I work in, so I got moved. I got moved to a non-general education classroom. And the school year hasn't even started yet. Who knows if the school year is even going to start yet, if it's going to start regular, we don't even know. I'm a Trump supporter. Everything on my timeline that you can go see is, there's links for justifications. I'm going against the narrative of the news media right now. I've shared posts about the killings of black people in the last couple days because of the protests, because I don't agree with the riots. I do agree with the peaceful protests. We have that First Amendment right for a reason. I've posted how I feel about Hillary Clinton. Now, I don't cuss on my posts. And I have shared some posts where a black woman was cleaning up after the violent part of the protests. And a black man came up to her and held a gun to her head, and she was bawling. And I shared that because in my heart, it's not a peaceful protest when you throw out a weapon. And put it to somebody's head when they're trying to clean up. And now, I don't know, she didn't say if the guy was trying to steal stuff or whatever, but she was upset, she was crying, she was sitting in her car, she's like, I'm getting ready to go home. I don't know, you've probably seen that video. It's a pretty viral video. I shared about the retired police officer who got shot in front of the pawn shop. I've shared thoughts about Antifa, and my belief is that they are the cause of the violence, because if Antifa is brought into the protest and one throws a rock or one throws a brick or a water bottle, whatever, somebody else who's innocent, they're going to start doing it too because, well, hey, they did it, so that looks like fun, right? And so then they get in trouble too. The crappy part about it is that these protesters are getting put into, and I've also shared that they're not all bad cops. There's not all bad cops. I know 2 of them. And I've been in trouble with the law. That'll be a different story if I start posting more videos. Because I feel like I'm being suppressed, guys. Because of who I'm supporting. That's not America. Just because I support somebody doesn't mean that I can't hang around kids. I support somebody on the policies. It's the policies of America. It's our freedom. If I was old enough to vote for Bill Clinton after the Monica Lewinsky stuff, I mean, nobody, I mean, we didn't have social media when I was that young, so, I mean, I don't really know. And I guess I can't say that I didn't pay attention, but were people going crazy for people who were voting to keep Bill Clinton in? Because of what happened to Monica Lewinsky? I don't know. Did people get told that? I don't know. I'm so upset, guys. And I feel like I'm being suppressed since I can't even. I have to be very careful who sees my posts. When I have links to stuff, I'm not. And yes, sometimes I post stuff and Facebook flags it as, whatever. I don't really trust their fact checker stuff anyways. And then I usually delete it. I keep it up for a couple hours and I usually delete it because I don't want fake stuff on my posts. I've posted black men, how they really feel about Black Lives Matter. And in my opinion, Black Lives Matter only when a black man gets shot by a white cop. Just yesterday, 18 people in Chicago died of some form of gun violence. And not one of them, and they were all black, and not one of them was from a cop. I'm posting stuff about how I'm against the defunding or the dismantling of police departments. Because if we disband a police department and they make up I don't even know what they're called, a public safety policing body. I don't know, that's probably not the correct term, but it's public safety something. And they have no weapons. And Lisa Bender on CNN this morning had said that if you're afraid to get your house broken into, that's privileged. Isn't everybody afraid of their house getting broken into? Whether you're black or white or Hispanic, Asian, are you not afraid of getting your house broken into no matter what? I mean, living out in the country, I don't think I really have to worry about it too bad, but I do worry about it. I don't want it to happen. I don't want to feel violated. I've had it happen before. I lived in, I'm not the most perfect person. I've done stuff in my past. And because of my kids' dad, I had my car windows smashed out. I felt violated. My kids' car seats were in there and had glass all over them. So I don't know. I guess I can't. I'm just trying to wake people up. And if you decide to not wake up, that's fine. That's your choice. But here's the information. I think I shared a thing about Ted Cruz today where he he left the Democrats speechless because there is huge corruption going on right now in the FBI, huge corruption. But what does CNN and MSNBC and all them want to talk about? They want to talk about the riots. They want to show you the bad parts of the riots. They barely want to show you the good parts of the protests. They want to talk about coronavirus. Trump's not a perfect president. None of them have been. Yeah, he says things that make me cringe. But you know what? We spend way too much money. We give China way too much money. I mean, we're in so much debt with China. We give them way too much. A communist country. We give them way too much money. And he's making them pay more to bring their goods in. 95% of the stuff here in America is made in China. And it's crap. We all know that. We all know the memes that we share or the jokes that we say. Oh, it's not going to last long. It was made in China. Right? My husband, who's an iron worker, builds buildings for a living that utilizes steel. Steel was brought back to America. Now, steel was being made in America when he first became an iron worker. And then at some point it shifted to China. And then it was being imported in. And now it's shifted back to being in America. My husband can tell you the difference of China steel and American-made steel. He'll tell you that he feels more comfortable going into a building with American-made steel than China-made steel. China hates us. China wants us to be like that. They want to dominate. Remember, when I was a kid, America used to be the superpower. We're not anymore. It is not all Donald Trump's fault. He's only been in for 3 years. We did not lose superpower status in 4 years. Okay? We didn't. And another thought that I have, China also they have honor. And when you, not that I want China to honor us, but you know my thoughts, I want that they respect us a little bit more since Trump won't bow down to them. Anyways, okay, my rant needs to be over for now. Please share this. Give me some subscribers so I can go live and actually start a new channel. I don't know. I just needed to get my thoughts out. My husband's home, so